Advice and information from the experts. This is Ask the Expert. Here's Rob Carnie.
This COVID-19 pandemic has changed the way a lot of people live. Everybody has a story, no question about that. But one of the positives coming out of COVID is more and more people are getting outside more and more. They're buying bicycles, they're buying kayaks, and they're buying boats to take out to the lake for a little leisure time on the weekends or while they're on vacation. And Greg Marcyniuk at Heritage Insurance has seen the evidence. Greg, you've got people coming in buying licenses and getting their boats insured these days.
That's correct, Rob. It's great to see for the economy. People are buying new boats, they're buying used boats. But the biggest thing when rookie boaters get out there, you really have a few things that you should really take notice of. And first and foremost, you should check the weather before you hit the water, because you never know with weather changes and getting out in the water, and you don't want to get a surprise squall out there, especially as a new boater. The biggest thing is getting on and off the boat ramp quickly as possible. So you're best to load your boat with what you're going to take before you back down there. And the other thing is, if you haven't spent a lot of time backing up a trailer, go find an empty parking lot up by the mall or wherever and practice backing up so you get a bit of an experience before. The other thing, make sure you dress in layers and that you have everything so that you're prepared for any weather condition changes. And when you're bringing your boat in, go slow when docking, because if you rush, you can either damage your boat, the dock, or another boat. And if you aren't going to get it the first time, don't be too proud and back away and start again. Any valuables like cell phones, keys, wallets, they should be stored and secured away so they won't get wet or lost. Just let somebody know onshore where you're going to be and when you're expected to get back, so that if you do have problems, they know where they can go for. Great advice is always wear a life jacket, because the vast majority of boating-related deaths occur when victims were not wearing a life jacket. So it's easy to do, and it could save your life or the life of a loved one. Remember that you're responsible for your wake and any damages caused to another boat from your wake, whether they're parked or whether they're tied up in the middle of a lake. I know I've seen this happen time and time again. People just aren't courteous, and they're not aware of the wake that they're causing. If you are out wakeboarding, go away from any other boats, and they're great to enjoy, but just be wary of other people out there. As well, have an onboard first aid kit, and when you're on the water, you just can't run the doctor's office if you do suffer any injury, and be prepared to treat yourself until you get back to the land. As well, a great idea is to have a toolbox, Rob, just in the event that you do have a mechanical problem with boating, just so that you can possibly fix it yourself. The other thing is, again, please don't drink and boat. The two just don't mix at all. I know that the police will be out in full force, and if you are found over 0.8, it's the same as operating a motor vehicle. The other thing, as far as before you go, just make sure that you inspect all your hoses and make sure that they are inspected on a regular basis so there's no vapors. And as well, keep your bilges going and check the wiring. And as well, if you do have a cabin, make sure you do have a smoke detector. And as well, you should always have fire extinguishers on board. So just a few tips for the new boaters out there.
We can discuss this with you, or we can find these tips online as well.
You certainly can. You can go to nohassleiinsurance.ca, and they're all downloaded there. And if you'd like, come down and see any of our fine people here at the corner of First and Fairford, and we'd be more than happy to give you a copy of this.
They take the hassle out of buying insurance, guaranteed at Heritage Insurance in downtown Moose Jaw.
This has been Ask the Expert, your source for expert advice and information.